But I want to highlight a few issues or a few major topics or aspects that have been addressed by Paul in the book of Romans. One of them is God's wrath against mankind. We have also issues to do with God's righteous judgment, God's faithfulness. It talks about no one is righteous. There is the righteousness through faith. We are justified by faith. Death through Adam and life through Christ. Dead to sin and alive in Christ. Slaves to righteousness. Struggling with sin. Life through the Spirit. Future glory. More than conquerors. God's sovereign choice. And also we have issues of engrafted as branches. That is mainly what you read through from chapter 1 all the way to chapter number 11. But when we come to chapter number 12, Paul seems to talk to us or to help us relate with what is happening with first chapter to the 11th chapter. It's like he's introducing a practical aspect of our faith. And that is why the Bible begins by, in that verse it says, therefore. It is always important that when you have the word therefore, it looks like a transitional word or a connecting word. It is an adverb of the English people, and it helps us to ask ourselves or to look at things that are being said here, or ask ourselves, what is it there for? Or for what is it there? Therefore. Then Paul has addressed major issues, and he says now that therefore I beseech you. Other Bible versions will talk about I appeal to you. Others will say I urge you. And when you look at those three words interchangeably, they are seemingly words that are trying to strongly pursue somebody with a view of making a choice or change a position or have an interest in regards to what has already happened. So there is therefore no condemnation. When we look at the major issues that have been addressed, let me pick just three that are very key and very critical. One, there is the aspect of there is therefore no condemnation. If you read chapter 8 verse 1, there is now therefore no condemnation. Then there is also the aspect of nothing can separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus. When you look at the work of Jesus Christ, the grace of God that is in Christ Jesus, it has brought into our lives a major shift, a major transformation in our lives. And the Bible now is telling us that therefore I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, when you look at God's mercy, when you reflect and ponder and meditate on God's mercy, what it provides for you, the work that God's mercy has done for you, the removal of the condemnation, the removal of sin, the elimination, the mercies of God have elected us. They have placed us at a very high position in Christ. Therefore, when we look at all that package that is through the mercy of God, therefore we are urged or we are beseeched or there is an appeal to us to then do something very important and very radical, that we are supposed to offer our bodies. This is not your usual offering. In the Old Testament, you look at the Old Testament